Valentine's Day is Friday. Already here, can you believe it?
know.
Isn't that crazy? And as couples look for ways to strengthen their relationships, science suggests the answer may actually lie within.
Our 9 News mental health expert Cheryl Ziegler, she joins us to discuss the ever-growing self-love importance. So let's talk about what is self-love.
Yeah, well, self-love is probably like the pop way of what we say in psychology is really just looking within yourself to find your own positive attributes. So if you try going into a relationship, but inside you really feel like, oh, I'm not that really great at anything. Oh, I don't even know if I'm that attractive. Oh, I don't like my style or something. That's the kind of energy and even bias you look for on the outside. You start looking for negative things in other people because you're thinking negative things about yourself.
But that's so funny because I feel like one thing people are hoping to get from a relationship is validation of who they are, not going into the relationship already knowing that and loving that.
Right, right. And so you and I kind of talked about this a couple of weeks ago. So one of the things I think people don't think about, especially this week of love, is how do I really attract in not just anybody, but like real love, healthy relationships. If you don't have that within your own self, it is really hard to find that outside of yourself for somebody else to give to you what you don't already have. So yes, a relationship might elevate you. You might say, you make me feel better about myself.
Yes.
That, I get that, because people could be thinking, well, my partner does that. But you have to have some root of that. And there's a self-positivity bias, right? Where it just says, I'm looking for things in me that feel good, that look good, so that then I can look for that in other people. And now we can get that chemistry going between us, both boats
And I think
rise.
you attract that too.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes, yes. And it's, in psychology, we call it a bias. So you can say lots of things. You attract that, that's energy. The other way of looking at it is just, I have a bias toward looking for certain characteristics in other people that I actually see myself. Because we all know the unhealthy side of things, right? You go, how did you end up in that unhealthy relationship again? Why do you keep repeating that? Because you have a bias toward looking for things like that.
I want to ask an important distinction, though, because I feel like some people are afraid to love themselves because they think it's selfishness or narcissism. What is the difference there?
Yes, I'm so glad you asked that. So the difference is when you are working on positivity within yourself, it's for personal growth. It's for healthy relationships, or maybe, you know, better education, whatever it might be. It's for the betterment of first yourself, to get other things around you, to attract other things around you that are also positive. When you're narcissistic and things like that, everything's just about you. It isn't about the betterment of anything around you.
It doesn't even have to be positive. It can, negativity can be narcissism too.
Absolutely. Yes. It's a preconception within what's happening within yourself, and then the biases that you see in yourself are pretty skewed.
Right.
They're not about self-growth and empowerment and love, really.
Right. Yeah. I feel like you can tell when somebody loves themselves because like what you said, it pours out onto other people.
And they always say, get into a relationship, but love yourself first, and then you can love someone else.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, Dr. Cheryl Ziegler, again, Valentine's Day this Friday. What are we going to work on, everybody? Loving ourselves. Even those of us in relationships, I feel like this goes by the wayside sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Dr. Ziegler, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Welcome back. New this morning, Valentine's Day is just a few days away. A lot of people like to treat their loved one to a nice dinner out, but you know, sometimes that can get kind of expensive. And if you haven't already made those reservations at your favorite place, well, then you might be out of luck. So why not surprise your sweetheart with a nice, romantic, home-cooked meal?
Exactly.
Right? Here to help us
of
plan it all for Valentine's Day, we have Chef Oscar Padilla with Gaucho Padilla at Freedom Street Social. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
It's a pleasure from me.
It smells good in here. It looks good. What do we have going on?
Talking about this, something easy to do at home, no? For Valentine's Day, to share with your family, with your friends. We have this amazing option, pork tenderloin.
Nice, nice. All right, so is it done cooking over there? Can we pull it out
exactly.
Here?
We have this
let's
here.
See what we got over here.
And we use a little bit of sauce with honey and chipotle.
Nice.
That is a little spicy, super sweet, and it's simple. You know, you don't need to make a big deal with this amazing steak. It's possible sear, it's possible boil. If you want to make a soup, if you want to make roast, why not smoke? You know, something with barbecue. But it's Valentine's. Let's go to do something fancy.
Something different that you don't always do.
And it's easy at home, you know.
Yeah. So, what advice do you have for someone who's trying to tackle this at home?
And one of the points for me for Valentine's is why spend too much time trying to do something super amazing? It's possible. Why not? You know, and having, I don't know, something like roasted pepper sauce. We have maybe corn relish, but why not maybe tacos? Little bit salsa verde or pico de gallo. It's super nice, simple, easy for everybody, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So if someone was putting their grocery list together, what would you tell them has to go on that grocery list? Get out your pen and paper, write it down on your phone, do what you got to do.
Of course, the
We're gonna do
pork
grocery list.
tenderloin.
Yeah,
Of course, pork tenderloin, some fresh vegetables, maybe zucchinis, maybe radishes salad. Corn is an amazing option, but we are in season of zucchinis, or sorry, squash. You know, maybe squash puree or maybe sweet potato fries. That is another good option.
Nice.
Got it? And why not something healthy too? A beautiful kale salad.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you think?
I think it looks great. It smells amazing. It looks so, so beautiful. How much would something like this cost you?
Depends. The pound per tenderloin is super cheap. It's not more than $220. And a couple garnishes on sauce or ingredients from a couple of the supers around the city have amazing, accessible ingredients to use, seasonal in general.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's not more than $7 per person.
That's not bad. And that's going to be cheaper than going out to a restaurant, right? I mean, and maybe you can do it together with someone. Do it with your family. Do it with your significant other. Make it an activity to share time together.
Exactly, but to do something fancy for Valentine's. What do you know,
fancy.
surprise
Here we go. Ooh, I like
your husband, your
it.
boyfriend, your best friend, your
Yeah.
bestie, whatever you want with a little bit flowers in your
That
dish.
is so pretty. Do you have any advice or just kind of wherever you think
Whatever
it looks?
you want.
All right. We'll go one over here.
You need
I
to
love
be like an
that.
artist, you know?
Yeah, just a fun way to make it a little bit more exciting, a little bit more fancy for Valentine's Day. Wow, Oscar, this is looking really pretty. One more maybe? Right in
Right
there?
here?
All right, I like
Yeah,
it.
and
Good
you're
call,
ready.
my friend. This looks amazing. If someone were to take a bite out of this, what would it taste like? What would you tell them? What are some of
Exactly.
the flavors?
You have a little bit of sweetness from the honey chipotle. You have this so creamy flavor from the bell pepper sauce. And then you have the spiciness and acidity from the corn relish. You have a lot of flavors together. It's an explosion of flavors.
All wrapped in one. Polish it off with a nice bottle of wine or something, you're all good.
Exactly, yeah. Sparkling, please.
Yes. Oscar, thank you so much for coming in and sharing this great meal with us.
This Valentine's Day, don't just do the normal candy, cards, the flowers, you know, all the normal stuff.
Yes, you got to upgrade this love day. Our science guy.
Blow it
Steve
up. I've
Banger
never
joins
heard
us now.
upgrade. Ask my wife Renee. Is this an upgrade? And she'll go, upgrade. Are you killing me? Or you're always messing with stuff. Hey, today a special day at 9 News because lots of Valentine's stuff. Science teachers all over the place do cool things with Valentine's Day. So at the 4 o'clock we're going to do some stuff with flowers. But today, this morning, I wanted to show you how to make the best message in the world. See the pens in front of you? Pens in front of you. Just write a message there on the piece of paper. Just be as creative as you can. These pens are called friction pens. I'll show the camera as you guys are doing that. They're called friction pens. That's going to be special for you to understand. So by Pilot, they're called friction pens. And a friction pen is such that it's erasable. So if you take a look at the end of the pen, there is a little eraser right there. So that little eraser there will allow you to here, right? I love it here, right? Right. No, right.
Okay.
Steve, I owe you $100. I owe you $100.
I
and then
love
sign your
forwarding.
name. I would if I were you. That's-
We love Steve Spangler.
Oh, you're the nicest in the world. All right, so now watch. Let's say you mess this up. This is supposed to be for your loved one. Oh, I owe you. That's really good.
I got you.
Oh my gosh, I should have given you another pen. So now watch what happens. If you use the eraser, just try to erase part of your ink that's there. So rub on it like this and see how it erases. Not a big deal, but the reason it erases is it's because it's a thermochromatic ink, which means that it will change color with temperature. Don't do that. I owe you
Changing our contract.
140 degrees will cause it to change color. Are you ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Check this out. Now you have the ability to do something very cool. Let's say you do your message.
fire.
Watch this. Are you ready? Watch this. If I heat it up, look at this.
Oh, cool.
The whole thing disappears.
That's what I I should have done our
Is it
contract.
that? I know.
yeah.
That's what the station did with your contract. Watch this. Here, I'll show you. So yeah. So here, look at this. You're kind of wondering how that whole thing went. Look, it's time for pancakes, kids. Watch. Take your page and set it on here and watch what happens. Ready? Watch this. And it just disappears. Look at that. Just vanishes. Now you see it. Look at this. Now you don't. Try it on there. It just disappears. Look at it. There it is. Oh, Steve Spangler, I love you. That's gone
So
now.
what kind of markers are these again?
They're called friction pens. Oh, is that fun? Friction pens by Pilot. And they have to get above 140 degrees for it to disappear. But here's what people were finding out, and this is kind of how I got connected with them, is that let's say you signed a contract and then you put it in your car on a hot day and you went in and had a little chicken sandwich and you come back out again, all the ink's gone. It's got to be able to come back. I'll show you how to do that. But now watch this. Here, look at this. If you come in close, watch this. So here's my message to Renee. Renee, I wear gloves to try out new experiments. That's it. All right. Okay.
yeah.
So now watch. If I put it here, watch what happens. Everything that you want to disappear, you do in these friction pens, and everything that you want to stay stays just like this. So when you look at this, so watch, here it is. So this one's going to disappear. Ready? Same kind of thing. Scientists should always wear gloves. I just tried to find words that would do that. So that disappears. If you take it now and you put it in the freezer, it comes back to the thing that you just had.
so cool.
The ink, so all of your ink, so that give me that IOU thing. I need that, all right? So, because that's gonna go in the old freezer. And isn't that the greatest thing? So you just have to pick two pens. One like a Sharpie that's not going to disappear.
Right.
The other one that is gonna disappear. How cool is
You were giving
that?
me so many ideas this morning. I'm
I
about to
know.
stock up on all of these markers.
Or you
right
could have a
there.
secret message that doesn't appear, and you go, honey, put it in there.
Can you
or you
imagine?
could say, let's go to Florida. But you really, like Idaho, you can hide that I-D-A and then just put a ho at the end. And so now it's like, let's go to Idaho. Check this out. Do you see these little spheres that are here? They're called Orbeez. You played with those before?
yeah.
Florists have it.
yeah,
We're doing
yeah.
the whole. Do you know that today's message to our viewers are right there in the? Can you see them there? Can you see them, Arthur? It's right there. It's hard to see. So here, let me see if I can develop them for you. Right here. Don't take your eyes off of it. Here you go. This is our message to our 9 News viewers. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, would you look at that? Look at how the Orbeez disappear. Anything you put underneath will appear. So look at that. It just disappears. So Arthur, get in here and don't miss this. They're all water. So 99% water. Watch what happens. They're hydrated, right? And so now when you put the water back in again, they just vanish. Look at that. It looks like they're gone.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But they're still there?
They're still, of course they're still there. Look at that. We just got to pour the water out and they're still there. So they look like little BBs when you buy them at the store for the florist, whatever. But then you add water to them and let them fluff up. There are so many fun things that you get to do. And then I'll show you for Valentine's Day, what's the best formula to keep the flowers the best? How do you split the color? Look
9
at
News at
this.
4
I'm going to show you.
o'clock
Yeah, I'm going to show you how to split the colors.
Everybody, check your contracts if you got one with Steve Spangler real
And
fast.
get these pens.
Yes, exactly. Steve, thank you so
Honey,
much.
we're going to Idaho.